Hi, welcome children. Today, welcome all the grade 6 English medium students to today my video. Today I am going to start a unit 4 of the grade 6 science. Unit 4 of the grade 6 science. So, right, what is the unit 4 of the grade 6 science? The unit 4 of the grade 6 science is energy in day-to-day life. Energy in day-to-day life, right? Firstly, we will go to learn about what is the energy. Firstly, we will go to learn about what is the energy. What is the energy as you think? Right, in the unit 2 of the grade 6, if not things around us, you already have learnt about the features of the energy. The features of the energy, right? Under this topic, you have learnt about two features of the energy. The one of them is energy. If not, there is not a mass for the energy. The second feature you have learnt is energy do not occupy space. It means energy do not have a volume, right? But firstly, we will go to learn about what is the energy. What is the energy? The energy mean the ability to work done. Energy means the ability to work done is known as energy. Now we have learnt about what is mean by energy. No, energy mean the ability to work done is known as energy, right? And also there are different types of energy. There are different types of energy. Now when we consider about the energy mainly there are different types. If not, there are different types of energy. Now we have learnt about the ability to work done is known as energy. And then we have learnt about, as the second point under this topic, there are different types of energy. There are different types of energy, right? Now we will go to learn, if not see, what are these different types of energy. The one of them is heat energy. One of them is heat energy, right? Second one is sound energy. Sound is also a types of energy. Electrical energy, mechanical energy, magnetic energy are the different types of energy. Right now we have learnt about what is meant by energy. No, the energy mean the ability to work done is known as energy. Energy means the ability to work done is known as energy. After that, we have learnt about there are different types of energy. There are different types of energy. What are the different types of energy we have learnt? Heat energy, sound energy, electrical energy, mechanical energy and magnetic energy. Other than these types of energy, there are so many other examples can be taken as the energy. Right? We will go to our next topic. Our next topic is source of energy. Now we are going to learn about the source of energy. Before learned about the source of energy, we have learned about the energy, right? Then we will go to learn about what is meant by source of energy and what are the examples for the source of energy, right? Source of energy mean the resources that can be used to produce energy are known as energy resources. The sources of energy, if not resources of energy, means the resources that can be used. The resources that can be used to produce. Energy are known as energy sources. The resources that can be used to produce energy are known as energy resources. If not, sources of energy are the same topic. Right, now we have learnt about sources of energy, no? Right, then we will go to learn about what are the examples for the sources of energy. What are the examples for the sources of energy? The one is sun. Sun is our main sources of energy. The second one is biomass. Biomass is also a sources of energy. Fossil fuels and also wind, running water, sea waves, tidal power, nuclear energy, geothermal energy are the examples for the sources of energy. Are the examples for the sources of energy. Right, under the source of energy, firstly we have learnt about what is meant by source of energy. The source of energy mean the resources that can be used to produce energy are known as source of energy, if not energy resources. After that, we have learnt about examples for the source of energy. What are the examples? Sun, biomass, fossil fuels, wind, running water, sea waves, tidal power, nuclear energy, and geothermal energy are the some sources of energy. Right, before learned about the sources of energy, we have learned about energy. No, right, then we will go to learn about our next topic. Right, the main energy resource of the earth is sun. In our previous topic, we have learned about energy resource. No, right, under the energy resource, as first example, we have learnt about sun. Sun is the first example we have learnt in our before topic. Right. In this point, explain the main energy resources. Among the different types of the energy resources, the main energy resources of the earth. The main energy resources of the earth is sun. Earth is sun. It means sun provide all the energy needed for the earth. All the energy needed for the earth is supplied by the sun. Supplied by the sun. Right, next one. Solar energy is used in many day-to-day activities. Sun provides solar energy. Sun provides solar energy. This solar energy is used. Solar energy is used in many day-to-day activities. Many day-to-day activities. What are these day-to-day activities? The first one is drying of chilies. Right, solar energy is used to drying of chilies and also drying clothes. It means solar energy is used to drying the cloth, drying grains, for making lunudehi. Right, those are the different activities that solar energy is used in day-to-day activities. Solar energy used in day-to-day activities. Right, okay, then we will go to different activities and energy sources used for the different activities. One of them is drying of chilies. The energy sources used for the drying of chilies is sun. Next one is running a vehicle. The energy uses to running a vehicle is petrol, diesel. It means fossil fuels. Petrol, diesels commonly known as fossil fuels. Right. Next activity is cooking a meal. The energy sources used for the cooking a meal is firewood. Firewood belongs to the biomass, LP gas and electricity are the energy sources used for the cooking a meals. Right, then we will go to our next activity, ironing clothes. The energy sources used for the ironing cloth is coconut shells. In past time, coconut shells is used to iron the cloth. Nowadays, electricity is used for this activity. Right, next activity is heating water. The energy sources used for the heating water is liquid petroleum. Liquid petroleum means LP gas, electricity, biomass. Those are the energy sources that can be used to heat in the water. Right, now we have learnt about some activities and energy sources, if not source of energy used for these activities. Right, then we will go to energy sources and its effect. Right, now we are going to learn about the energy sources and its effect. Right, under this topic, firstly we have to learn about our main sources of energy. Firstly we have to learn our main source of energy. Our main source of energy is sun. Our main source of energy is sun. Right, then we will go to learn about the sun. This is the picture relevant to the sun. The sun provide solar energy. Right, sun is the main natural energy source on the earth. Now when we consider about the sun is the main natural energy source. Sun is the main natural energy source on the earth. Sun is the main natural energy source on the earth. And also the use of the solar energy are producing food in green plants. Solar energy is used to producing food in green plants. Right, that process is known as photosynthesis. About the photosynthesis, we have learnt about photosynthesis in the unit 1 of the grade 6, no? Unit 1 of the grade 6. The one of the uses of the solar energy is producing food in green plants. The process of producing food in green plant is known as photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. Under the photosynthesis, we have learnt about raw materials of the photosynthesis, factors affecting for the photosynthesis, product of the photosynthesis, like that things we have learned, no? Right. What are the raw materials of the photosynthesis? The raw materials of the photosynthesis are carbon dioxide and water. Carbon dioxide is taken from the atmosphere, water is taken from the soil. The main product of the photosynthesis is food, if not glucose. The byproduct of the photosynthesis is oxygen. Oxygen. Right. So, right, then we will go to the second function. For the existence of life on earth. For the existence of life on the earth. It means life is not exist in the earth without sunlight. Without sunlight. Right. If not, life is mainly exist due to the presence of the sunlight. Presence of the sunlight. Third one is drying grains. Drying grains. Next one, drying wet cloth. Drying wet cloth can be used to heat water, used to produce electricity. Right. Nowadays, if not modern days, to produce electricity, solar energy is widely used. Solar energy is widely used. Right. In this lessons, later we will be able to learn about how to produce the electricity by using solar energy. Right now, our main sources of energy is sun. Right, sun provides solar energy. The function of the solar energy are producing food in green plants, for the existence of life on earth, drying grains, drying wet cloth, can be used to heat water, produce heat electricity. Produce heat electricity. Those are the function of the solar energy. Right, now we have learnt about our main sources of energy. Right, then we will go to learn about our next types of the energy sources. Right, after the solar energy we have to learn biomass. Biomass. Right, let's go to learn about the biomass. Those are the example for the, if not this picture represent examples for the biomass. Examples for the biomass. Right. Biomass. Living materials can produce energy. Living materials can produce energy. It means living things like a living organism or living materials can produce energy. Plant or animal materials which can be used as fuel are known as biomass. What is the biomass? Biomass means plant or animal material. Plants or animal materials which can be used as a fuel. Which can be used as a fuel are known as biomass. Are known as biomass. Right now we have learnt about what is meant by biomass. No, biomass means plant or animal materials. Biomass means plant or animal materials which can be used as a fuel. Which can be used as a fuel are known as biomass. Now we have learnt about biomass. No, right. Then we will go to learn about what are the examples for the biomass. Firewood is the examples for the biomass. Coconut shells, coals, rotten vegetables, hay, sawdust, rice bran, rotten wood, agricultural waste. Biomass also contains solar energy. Right, those are the examples for the biomass. Before learnt about the example, we have learnt about what is meant by biomass. Biomass means plants or animal materials which can be used as a fuel are known as biomass. After that we have learnt about examples for the biomass. Then we will go to learn about our last point. Our last point is biomass also contains solar energy. Biomass also contains solar energy. Biomass also contains solar energy because our main sources of energy is sun. Right now we have learnt about what is meant by biomass. What is meant by biomass? Right, then we will go to learn about the fossil fuels. Fossil fuels. Then we will go to learn about the fossil fuels. Right. What is the fossil fuels? Those are the some fossil fuel plants. Right. Fossil fuels. The heat emitted during the burning of coal was used to convert water to steam. Coal is the one of the types of the fuels. Now fossil fuels. Fossil fuels contain coals, petroleum oil and petroleum gas. Now when we consider about the coals, the heat emitted during the burning of coals. The heat emitted during the burning of coal was used to convert water to steam. To convert water to steam. Right. Next one. The energy generated by steam. The energy generated by steam was used to operate engine, if not turbine. The energy generated by steam was used to operate engines. Right. And also following things considered as fossil fuels. Fossil fuels. Right, now when we consider about this statement again, operate an engine or turbine, right, by turning the turbine or engine, electricity can be produced. So it means coals, if not fossil fuels, can be used to generate the electricity. Right, then we will go to our next point. Our next point is following things considered as fossil fuels. Following things considered as fossil fuels. What are the things that belongs to the fossil fuels? Coals, petroleum oil and petroleum gas. Coal, petroleum oil and petroleum gases are belongs to the fossil fuels. Fossil fuels. Right. These fuels are made from the blue-earth plants and blue-earth animals. Blue-earth plants and blue-earth animals. Right. They are produced when this blue-earth matter is subjected to a high pressure and temperature for million years. Right. For this process take million of years. This process take million years. And also finally, when we consider about the fossil fuels, solar energy is the stored energy in the fossil fuels too. Now when we consider about the fossil fuels also stored in the solar energy. Right, at the beginning of the lessons I have told you solar energy is the, if not sun is the main energy sources of the earth. Sun provide all the energy needed for the earth. Right, and also finally we have learnt about solar energy is the stored energy. Solar energy is the stored energy in the fossil fuel too. Fossil fuel too. Right, then we will learn about another energy sources. Another energy sources is wind. Right, before learned about the wind, we have learned about sun, biomass, fossil fuels. Right, now we are going to learn about the wind. Right, this picture represents the windmills, if not wind power station. Right, due to the wind, this turbine is rotated, and also dynamo has fixed to this turbine. When due to the wind, this turbine is rotated. When turbine is rotated, dynamo is also rotated. Right, okay. And also now we know that when dynamo is rotated, electricity is produced. Electricity is produced. However, this wind also contain solar energy. Wind also contain solar energy, and also wind power, if not energy in the wind, can be used for the different purposes. Right, this is the another types of the purposes that used wind. No, right here wind can be used to separate seeds from the unfilled seeds. Right, okay. Wind power is used for Separate unfilled or half-filled rice grain from the harvest. Separate unfilled or half-filled rice grain from the harvest. And also wind power is used for drying different materials. Drying different materials. Solar energy also can be used to dry different materials. Other than solar energy, wind power is also used for drying different materials. Next one, lifting weight by wind propeller. Lifting weight, right? Wind propeller can be used to lift some weight. Next one is pump water by windmills. Windmills can be used to pump the water. Next one is generate electricity. In the wind power station, wind power is used to turbine the to rotate the turbine. When turbine is rotated, the dynamo is also rotated. When dynamo is rotated, electricity is produced. Right? Solar energy is stored in wind power. In our biomass, in the biomass also we have learnt about biomass also is stored solar energy. After that we have learnt about the fossil fuels. In the fossil fuels also is stored in the solar energy. Right, now we are learning about the wind power. In the wind power is also stored solar energy. Solar energy. Right, now we have learnt about the wind power. Right, then we will go to learn about energy is stored in water. Energy is stored in water. Now we are going to learn about the energy is stored in water. Right, now look at this picture carefully. Right, this is the dam, water. Here contain the transformer, if not generator, like that things, no? Right, in the reservoir contain water. This water contain energy. Right, when this control gate is open, this water is flows from this canal. From this canal in the high speed. Right, when water is flows through this canal, a turbine fixed in that area is rotated. Right, we know when turbine is rotated, the dynamo, if not transformer, is also rotated. When transformer, if not dynamo is rotated, electricity is produced. Electricity is produced. Right, okay, here the electricity is produced by energy is stored in the water. Energy is stored in water. Right, this water also contains solar energy. This water also contains solar energy. Right, then we will go to our next point. During ancient time, people used running water to certain work, such as to grind grains, to operate sawmills. Like that works, energy is taken by the energy is taken by the water. Energy is taken by the water. Right, now we have learnt about during ancient times people used running water to certain work, such as to grind grains. To grind grains, energy in the water is used. And also to operate sawmills. To operate sawmills, energy in water is used. Energy in water is used. Right, next one, they used water to rotate a turbine and thereby generate electricity. The energy in the water can be used to rotate a turbine. Right, while rotating a turbine, electricity can be generated. And also energy is stored in running water is utilized in hydropower station to generate electricity. In previous picture you have seen structure of the hydropower station. In that hydropower station, electricity is produced by water. Right, when water is at higher position, it contains more energy. In the reservoir, water is at higher position, no? Therefore, water contains more energy. When water is at higher position, it contains more energy. It is called potential energy. Right, water at the, if not energy is stored in the water at higher position is known as potential energy. Right, and also normally power stations are located at a low position. Water is contained at the higher position. Therefore, water contains more energy. That energy is potential energy. Potential energy. The tunnel water is carried in pipes at a high speed. High speed. When the gate is open, water at the higher position flows through a canal to the lower position at a higher speed. At a higher speed. Right. This water is used to rotate a fans. Fans mean turbine of the turbine and operate a generator. Operate a generator. Right. When the generator is operated, electricity is produced. Electricity is produced. Right. Talking the Sri Lanka contain most number of hydropower station. No, each hydropower station occur this process. Water at the higher position contain potential energy. This potential energy can be used to generate electricity. Can be used to generate electricity. Right. Then we will go to our next energy source. The next energy source is sea waves. Sea waves. Right. Now look at here this picture. This picture contain some floating things. No, some floating things. Right. Those are known as floating power station. Those are known as floating power station. Why these things are known as floating power station? Right. These things contain a small turbine and a small generator. A small turbine and a small generator. Due to sea waves, if not air coming through the sea waves, the small fan contained in this structure is rotated. This fan is rotated. The generator, if not a small dynamo, is also rotated, and electricity is generated. Electricity is generated. Right. By connecting large number of these small generators, large electricity can be generated. Large electricity can be generated. Right. Now look at here. Sea waves are strong. Sea waves are strong. No. Right. They can generate a large quantity of energy. Right. Due to sea waves contain strong energy, sea waves can generate a large quantity of energy. Sea waves can generate large quantity of energy. No, this will be a very valuable sources of energy in the near future. Now when we consider about the other energy sources are limited in the future. Therefore, the sea waves will be very valuable sources of energy in the near future. Right. And also this energy can be converted into electric energy by building floating power plant in the sea. Now you have in the above picture, you have seen floating power plant. No, right. By building like that power plant in the sea water, on the sea water, large number of electricity can be generated. No, right. A flow of air is used to rotate the fans of the turbine. In this diagram, flow of air is used to generate, if not rotate, the fans of the turbine. Now we know when fans is rotated, generator and dynamo is rotated. When dynamo is rotated, electricity is produced. No, electricity is produced. Right. Then we will go to our next energy sources. The next energy sources we have to learn is tidal waves. Right. Let's go to learn about what is the tidal waves. Right. This is the tidal waves. Tidal waves mean in some occasion. Now think about, this is the sea, this is the river. No, right. In the some days, the water level of the sea is high, if not greater than the water level of the rivers. During that times, water flows from sea to river. And also some days the water level of the river is higher than the sea. During that time, water flows from river to sea. However, in that area has fixed some fans, if not turbine. During both things occur, fan, if not turbine, is rotated. When turbine is rotated, the generator fixed to the turbine is also rotated, and also electricity can be used. So however, tidal waves can be used to generate the electricity. Now think about the water level of the sea change due to the effect of the sun and moon. Water level of the sea change. The water level of the sea change due to the effect of the sun and moon. Right. The water level of the sea is changed due to the sun and moon. Right. Okay. Then it is called the occurrence of high tides and low tides. It is called occurrence of high tides and low tides. Right. What is the high tides mean? High tides mean the rising of the sea water level is named as the high tides. So what is the low tide? The low tides mean the fall of the sea water level is termed as low tides. Now we have learnt about water level of the sea change due to the effect of the sun and moon. Those are known as tidal waves. Tidal waves mainly there are two types, high tides and low tides. The high tides mean what is the high tides you have learnt? High tides you have learned, no? Right. So what is the low tides? The fall of sea water level is termed as low tides. Right. When there is high tides, sea water can flow into a tank on the land. And also when there is a lower tides, water can flow back to the sea. Right. During both these action, energy is generated. Right. This tidal energy can be used to rotate the blade of the turbine. During both action, water is flows through the turbine, no? Right. During both action, turbine is rotated and energy is generated. Thereby it is possible to generate continuous supply of electricity. Right. If high tide occur or low tide occur, energy is generated due to flowing of water from sea to land or from land to sea. Right. Okay. Then we will go to our next energy sources. Our next energy sources is geothermal energy. The geothermal energy means in the some regions of the earth has a high temperature. Right. Okay. Right. Now you can see this diagram, no? Right. The cold water can be passes through this hot region area and also can be produced stream. This stream comes up to the upper regions and can be rotate turbine by using this steam. Right. When this turbine is rotated, the generator has fixed to it. Right. While rotating the turbine, generator is also rotating and electricity is generated. Like that, geothermal energy can be used to generate the electricity. Right. First one, the temperature of some region of inner earth crust is very high. This high temperature can be used to generate electricity, no? Steam is generated by sending water through. Right. Next one, this steam is subsequently brought to the surface of the earth and it is used to rotate turbine of the power plants. This source of energy is used in some countries of the world to generate electricity. Right. Okay. Like that, geothermal energy is used to generate electricity. Right. Now we will go to nuclear energy. Right. There are some elements like radioactive elements. There are some elements in the earth like radioactive elements. These radioactive elements can be used to produce heat. These radioactive elements here contain radioactive elements. Right. The radioactive elements contained here can produce heat. This heat produce the steam. And this steam is flows through and this turbine is rotated. When this turbine is rotated, generator is also rotated. When generator is rotated, When generator is rotated, electricity can be produced, and then again this water flows to here and again heated and circulate the water and rotate the turbine. When turbine is rotated, generator is rotated. When generator is rotated, electricity is generated, right? Okay. Now when we consider about the sun also occur nuclear reaction and produce light and heat energy, right? The energy of the sun is generated due to the nuclear reaction. The energy of the sun is generated due to the nuclear reaction. A very high amount of energy is emitted during this reaction. A very high amount of energy is emitted during this reaction. And also, if nuclear reaction are performed under control condition, nuclear energy can be generated. This energy is emitted as heat energy and thermal energy. And also, heat is thus generated used to produce steam. This heat can be used to produce the steam. Steam produced by this process is then used to rotate turbine and to produce electricity. Some countries use this technique to produce electricity. Some countries use this technique to generate, if not produce, electricity. Right now we have learnt about different sources of energy. Now we are going to learn about our last topic of this lesson. Right, our last topic of this lesson is sustainable use of energy sources. Right now we will go to learn what is the sustainable use of energy sources. Energy helps us in many ways. In our previous topic, we have learnt about different types of energy sources and uses of them. By observing them, energy helps us in many ways. What are they? To maintain our body temperature, to provide light, helps to cook your meals, to operate television and radio, supplies power to move vehicle. Those are the different ways of uses of energy. If not, energy helps us in many ways. Those are these different ways, right? And also, people use solar energy to dry things and firewood to cook meals. Wind energy was utilized for sailing boats. And also, with the increase in complexity in lifestyle, new energy sources were discovered. The new energy sources was discovered due to complexity in lifestyle. Many of them are not used to generate electricity. Yet, right? The world population rises day by day, and also world population rises day by day. World population also rises day by day, right? Energy requirement also increase accordingly. When population rises day by day, the energy requirement also increase. With the increasing of population, right? Then the use of some energy sources are increasing at a higher rate. And also, for example, fossil fuels is a non-renewable energy resources. Non-renewable mean that cannot be used again after use, means non-renewable. What will happen when all sources of coal, petroleum gases and petroleum oil are over? What will happen when coals, petroleum gases and petroleum oil are over? It will take millions of years for them to generate. It will take millions of years to generate the petroleum oil and petroleum gases and coals. No, right? Therefore, it is our responsibility. To use these energy sources mindfully right? We have to some responsibility to use energy sources mindfully. Energy sources mindfully. We have to protect them for our future generation. We have to protect energy for our future generation also. We can conserve energy sources by using them carefully. For this, we can conserve energy sources. We can conserve energy sources by using them carefully. Our ancestors used them carefully and protected them for us. Our ancestor used energy sources carefully. Therefore, we have to use energy sources, no? And also we have responsibility to save the energy sources for our future generation. Future generation, right? Therefore, it is our responsibility to protect these sources for future generation too. Future generation too, right? This is the sustainable uses of energy sources. Sustainable uses of energy sources, right? And then we will discuss, if not we will meet in our next video, if it means the lesson of the unit 5, right? Have a nice day for all.